Before I even start, I already know, bro. I've been gone for a long time. Your boy been busy, but I ain't been doing anything crazy. I just been playing games, really. Just been playing games. I played Psychonauts 2, beat that. Also played Deathloop, beat that. Been streaming a little bit. Usually I stream Splitgate. That's about it of what I stream. But I also been playing Knockout City, things of that nature. So I've been all over the place. I just haven't been putting content out. I don't know why. Just been, I don't know, not up for it. But I decided to come back and talk about Kana, Bridge of Spirits. So first impressions on that is what I'm doing today. So what up? What's good or whatever? It's your boy, the frozen one. That's my name. Yeah, the fro- the frozen one, or Froze for short. And today I'm talking about Kana, however you pronounce it. I think it's Kana. Bridge of Spirits, my first impressions. If you're not familiar about this game, it is a PlayStation 5 console exclusive because it's also on PC, where it deals with Kana, who is a spirit guide who's basically trying to get spirits to leave the land that they're in right now because they need to move on type thing, right? Because when they're on the land currently, they are causing havoc and spreading poison and things of that nature. So being the spirit guide, she's trying to rid the nation of the bad spirits and things of that nature. I just started playing a game. I don't have a full explanation about it, so that's as good as you're gonna get from me. But yeah, it's a cool little concept. A third person, linear story driven game about Kana's experience in doing what she does. Um, Based on my first impressions, it looks like it's going to be a cool game. But I'm going to start talking about some of the things about the game that I like so far. First thing I'm gonna talk about is the graphics, bro. Bro, I turned this game on, immediately blown away, bro. I'm playing on PlayStation 5. I have a PC capable of playing the game as well, but I played Deathloop on PC, and there was performance issues with that. And I've heard from people that Deathloop ran better on PlayStation 5 than it did on PC. I don't know how, because PC has better hardware for it, but I'm guessing it's just not optimized for PC because that's the thing. People talk about how PC is the best place to play, but the game might not be optimized for PC in general. They don't ever talk about that aspect. They just talk about 3090, 3080, whatever the case may be, it's going to run better. Theoretically, yeah, it should, but optimization is definitely a big deal as well. But we ain't gonna talk about that. We're not trying to talk about PC versus PlayStation. We need to talk about Kana. So Kana on PlayStation 5 graphically looks amazing. I play in performance mode primarily, but I did put it in fidelity mode, and graphically it looks good in fidelity mode as well. But I can't deal with the frame rate drop. I don't know if it's my TV or the game, but when I put it in fidelity mode, I see some type of, I don't know if it's called artifacts or ghosting. I'm not familiar with PC issues, or I guess quality issues that go on and whatnot. I'm not familiar with the terminology. But to me, it looks like what ghosting would look like. When I turn the camera around, you can see like some type of aura around Kana, and I ain't really like that. And that only shows up on fidelity mode. Like I said, it could be my TV and not necessarily the game, but I didn't like it. So I put it back on performance mode, and it looks amazing in performance mode. It's not as crisp as fidelity, but it doesn't really have to be. And that frame rate, the 60 frames, makes up for it. So I'm not even worried about it. But graphically, it looks pretty good. To be honest, I don't want to say this, but graphically, it looks better than Deathloop did on PC. And I'm running Deathloop on a 3080 Ti, if anybody want to know, right? So take that however you want to take that. I don't know if it's a style thing, like an art style thing, or a whatever, but it looked better in my opinion, or Kana looks better than Deathloop looked on PC. And I wouldn't put it past Deathloop looking better on PlayStation 5 than it did on PC. I'm not saying that it is. I'm not trying to start no war or anything with people. Don't come for me. PC fans, chill out. Like, I'm not trying to come for you. I'm just saying. To me, this game looks better. It could be art design. It could be because it's a Pixar themed, and I guess I like that aesthetic more than the theme that Deathloop was. All I'm saying is, when I turned this game on PlayStation 5, it looked amazing. I did not get the same type of experience when I turned on Deathloop. Don't get me wrong, Deathloop's a fun game, a good looking game. And there are definitely areas of Deathloop that look amazing. It just don't look like this. That's all. So graphically, the game is amazing. 4K 60, upscale 4K 60 on fidelity mode. No, 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 no. Stop that. Upscale 4K 30 on fidelity mode. No, I'm all over the place right now. It's been so long. 4K 30, right? No upscale. Native 4K 30 on fidelity mode. Upscale 4K 60 on performance mode. That's the mode that I play on. Your boy can't talk anymore. But yeah, graphically, the game looks amazing. Pixar themed is what people call it. It's Pixar styled and whatnot. Yeah, it looks really good. Now, the other thing I want to talk about, the main thing I want to talk about this game, first impressions, that gameplay. Now, I don't know if it was made evident in the trailers. You know, nobody told me. This game is pretty hard. Now, I'm playing the game on the hardest difficulty you can play it on off rip because you have to play it on the hardest difficulty available to then unlock the hardest difficulty. Um, and yeah, bro, nobody told me this game was gonna be this difficult. I'm thinking it's gonna be like Ratchet and Clank difficult because Ratchet and Clank was hard. I played on the hardest difficulty too, and then replayed it again for New Game Plus at a hardest difficulty, and it was not difficult at all either way. Did I die here and there? Of course, you know, sometimes you just mess up and you die left and right. You know, not left and right, but you die. Unless you a beast. I'm not considering a beast. I'm not considering myself a beast of these games. I'm just saying I'm playing these games on hard difficulty and they're not that difficult usually. But this game, Kana, bruh. So it's very, I don't want to say this to turn away people that might not necessarily want to play the game because it's not this bad, but it's giving me Dark Souls type of experience. You know what I'm saying? Whereas like you got to figure out the bosses or the enemies like move pattern and dodge accordingly. And then when you're in battle, your health can't regenerate. You're gonna have to. I don't want to get into game mechanics. I'm not trying to spoil anything. It's not really a spoiler, but you basically can regenerate health by another means, but it's not automatic while you're in combat. Outside of combat, it regenerates automatically. But inside combat, you get like one way to regenerate it so far from what I've seen. And if you don't be careful, you're gonna die repeatedly, especially on hard difficulties. Now I know a lot of people don't play on the hardest difficulties, so it might not be that difficult to the people that don't play on those difficulties. But if you turn it up, yeah, bro, it's a difficult game, and nobody told me this. I like that. I play it Returnal, beat that, so I enjoy a challenging experience, so to speak. I don't play Dark Souls or Demon Souls or Bloodborne games like that. But I did play Star Wars. What's the game? The Fallen Jedi, and people say that's Dark Souls ish type of thing. It also wasn't that difficult, but I didn't play that on the hardest difficulty. I played on the second hardest difficulty. Regardless, what I'm trying to get at is nobody told me how difficult this game was or how difficult the combat of the game was going to be prior to buying it, and now I know. I'm not turned away by it. It's just I wanted to let it know. But regardless, the gameplay is pretty good. Um, Combat, I enjoy it. I enjoy like the different abilities you're able to do. Also, I haven't got into everything you can do in the game yet. Just started playing, but you can use the staff or whatever it's called to do heavy and light attacks. As you progress, you get the ability to do other type of attacks utilizing that staff. Don't want to spoil it because, I don't know if you know about the certain abilities yet, and I don't want to spoil it. Or you probably seen them in the trailers and whatnot, and you probably know what I'm talking about. But I don't want to say it because I'm not trying to spoil anything for anybody. But as you upgrade and get a higher level and whatnot, you're able to utilize different abilities with the staff, and also the characters that you find around the world as you're exploring and things of that nature. You're able to use different abilities with them as well. So the gameplay, combat, and all of that is definitely enjoyable. When this game first announced, what was it? Probably like a year or two ago. I don't necessarily know when it was announced. I was already thinking about getting it because it looked interesting off rip, but I was not expecting the combat to be this. I'm just let you know. I'm showing gameplay. I'm probably going to show a boss battle in this gameplay, depending on how long this video is. I'll probably section it out to show the boss battle I'm talking about. There's one boss battle where I legit died like 5-6 times on. I'm not gonna show you all those deaths though. I'm definitely not. But just know that one of the boss battles, as a matter of fact, you can probably tell by the gameplay. One of the boss battles I had died multiple times on. I had to figure out a way to get past that boss because it was difficult. But yeah, bro. Even though it's challenging, even though it's Dark Souls ish, and I don't really mess with Dark Souls games like that, the gameplay is definitely enjoyable. The traversal is cool. Graphically, it looks good. Combat is fun, challenging but fun. It's a good game. First impression of the game, it's looking pretty good. Um, so yeah, that's all I really want to talk about. If you're thinking about getting the game, thinking about checking it out, it's available on PC as well, Epic Game Store. You don't have to have a PlayStation 5. It's also available PlayStation 4. It's not a PlayStation 5 only title. So check it out. I recommend it. Yeah, I'm gonna get back to it after this. But yeah, that's all I want to talk about. Have any questions, concerns, issues? If you want to ask me where I've been, leave it down in the comment section below. But remember, you already